Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here with your Friday morning Jobs Day pre-market webcast. Okay, so we've had a fairly persistent bid overnight. Your Globex low, 76. NQ's been headed steadily higher. They dropped it down about 12 or 13 handles. They dropped ES about 3 or 4 handles at about 4:30, 4:15 in the morning, based upon, I don't know, probably something out of Europe, but the market didn't seem to care, shook it off, and went up and made higher highs. Jobs is in an hour and 15 minutes. My thought on today is this. Unless you get something unusual from a news standpoint, it's very likely that we just go ahead and march higher today. It's very rare to get a reversal day on a Friday. Typically, if Thursday ends up being a down day, Friday pretty much finds a way to be a down day as well. And what we've seen recently in this market is by losing the battle for the weekly pivot early to midweek, which is what happened today all the way through yesterday. By losing the weekly pivot battle, price into Thursday, Friday tends to get directional, and it tends to favor the side that won the battle of the weekly pivot. That would be the bulls. So the reality of that for me is the 25.85 half high is under serious threat today. I would be not stunned if it didn't get taken out, but I would be surprised. They have all day to work on it. With any kind of fuel from jobs, they should be able to walk it on up and take it out somewhere during the course of the day. Whether they're able to hold that level, whether it becomes some kind of a double top, that remains to be seen. But to have it be tested today, after the day that the bulls and bears put in yesterday, and what I mean by that is this. Hourly chart. You tried to convert weekly pivot twice yesterday. You failed on both occasions. And this moment here is particularly telling. This was about 11 o'clock. It comes back and it does a higher low at weekly pivot. So that's what got us, we had shorted back into that area, but when it couldn't break it, that got us, then the room setup became long. Most people are in from around 70. And we've taken profits, we have our risk out, and we're letting our runners run. And our intention is to let our runners run as high as they can go, and if that's above 25.85 half, so be it. If things stall out, if something changes, then we'll change with it. But expecting a reversal on a Friday, absent news, okay, I think they would need a catalyst to do it. Absent news is pretty unlikely. They tried it twice yesterday, here and here. This is a fantastic short. This thing, the bot, it felt like a reversal. The way the candle reversed, it really felt like we were going to do some serious downside. But they couldn't sustain it. Went down to S2 off the daily pivot, bounced it, higher low here, and then they walked it up the rest of the day. There's only so many bites at the weekly pivot apple that the bears are going to get during the course of any week. And they've had, 3 good ones this week. You go back to Monday and 2 on Thursday. So the way this has played out in the last year and a half, 2 years of this market is it's not straight up on a Friday, but there's a bid and it bleeds higher. So that 25.85 half is certainly under threat. If the bears want to reverse that scenario, they need to take out daily pivot, go back after the weekly pivot. I'd be impressed if they could. I think they're going to need news. And news is news. It either comes or it doesn't. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Please don't game the jobs report. Please don't. You don't know what the reaction is going to be. Neither do I. Okay? Let the report come out. See what the number is going to be. There'll be an up or down side of the range. Higher lows or lower highs from there. Break out, break down. That's how we trade it in the room. If you want to, if you want to do that, come check us out in the room. It's a lot better, more profitable way to trade the jobs report than saying, I think we go up or I think we go down. That tends to end in tears. So please don't game the jobs report. Wait for the number, wait for the reaction. Everybody have a good one. I'll be out with a midday update today. Check out our webinar next Tuesday It's going to be on how to take losses. So it's a drill down to the Trader Psychology 101 webinar we did 2 weeks ago. We're going to start drilling down into various areas of trader psychology. And the first one, for me, is the most important one if you want to be in this game for a long period of time. It's how to handle losses, how to manage losses. All right, everybody have a fantastic weekend. If I don't talk to you, I'll be back for a midday update. Trade them well. Talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.